Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Distorted Minds podcast. This is a show where I, Kevin Hill, along with my good friend Keith Holland, discuss our life's experiences, our interests, and our deep thoughts, among other things. We also will be having our friends and family as guests as much as possible, and today we are sitting with Drew Waymire.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
How's it going, dude?
Drooby-doo.
Just celebrating that day off life, man.
All right.
Right.
Well,
Fucking
shit.
love it.
Let's fucking kick into it. Yes.
Oh yeah.
That was fun.
Like that intro.
Fuck yeah. Well, alright, so let's get down to it.
Let's do it.
Basically, we started this podcast a while back with another friend of ours, and basically he left the group due to various reasons, and so now basically we're starting over. This will be episode 1.
Yeah.
We may release some of that in due time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you never know.
But anyways,
Some of it was pretty good.
there was some good moments. But basically, me and Drew here, we're in this band called Violencide. That's Violencide.
Plug in.
And our other host, Mike, who is not with us anymore. I mean, he's still alive.
I was gonna say, I'll make it sound like he's dead.
He's not dead. But
We killed him.
basically, the band broke up recently, right?
Yeah. It basically just fractured.
Yeah, it just fell apart.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, this is really like the second time this
I
happened.
was gonna
too,
say,
like-
well, you guys had that one good show, and you guys are gonna quit after that. Then you guys had that one real good show, and you're like, fucking A.
Well, Mike wanted to quit after that show, but after like Timmy wasn't there, by the way. Gotta throw that out there.
yeah.
But that was,
And
like,
he
one
quit
of
as
Was
well.
he not? I thought he
No,
No, he didn't show up
go,
for that
did
one,
he?
man. No. And honestly, that was like, I think that was the best show we've ever played. Because we thought it was going to be our last, and, well, it kind of fucking was.
Yeah.
But, no, we killed it, and Mike was like, you know what, man, that was awesome. That was so much fun. I don't want to quit being a part of the band. And, well, later down the line, and things just ended up not going that way. But, I can't be too mad at Mike, man. He's like he's been talking about wanting to
Hang on.
start a family, and
All right, hold on. We're going to pause for just a second, and we'll get this figured out real quick. All right, sorry about that. So where were we? We played that show, and Mike was filled with, inspiration again, right? And then weeks after that, the plan after that point was to get into the studio, right?
yeah. But things just kind of kept happening. It was just kind of like one thing after another. Like first, I actually got really sick, so I got a double ear infection, and so I was I was like completely down for 3 days, and I was basically taking medication. So like I was basically out for like 2 weeks. Like I didn't really do shit.
I didn't know you had that.
Yeah, man. So that was like half of August. Well, not only that, but we ended up finding out that motherfucker from. And if I ever find this dude, I might just fucking kick his teeth in, because he had taken her money, but he had like basically what he was doing is he was like telling all these bands he was booking them to this recording studio, but he was like triple booking slots, so he was sliding the extra money in his pocket and then only recording one band.
Yeah.
And we found this out later, and then that set us back. It's like, well, all right, what the fuck do we do now? We've been trying to get in here and get this shit done for months now, and
right.
I think what it boils down to, man, is like this whole year was just kind of setbacks, and it kind of already like. Like I mean, at the beginning of the year, Josh left, and then he came back, and that really put a delay on our steam because we were like talking about recording and
you guys had a good thing. You guys had good momentum.
That was my main thing, dude. I wanted to get recorded so we can move on with our music. You know what I'm saying? I want to get these songs. We've had these songs for years.
Yeah. And
I've been wanting to get them, set in stone, so to speak.
Right, and we only have one song basically set in stone, like, which is cool, like, and I mean, but at the same time, it's just like, nobody could be on the same page.
But and then like other problems, it was hard to fucking even get a hold of these guys at this recording studio. I won't mention the name, but
right,
like it'd take them like a week to get a reply and shit. But but basically.
Well, I talked to Josh before about learning how doing like music producing, since that's what he says he wants to do. But I mean, because that would make it simple. I mean, you guys make a song, record it, master it, do whatever, editing, anything like that, and then
I'd never be able to do that job, dude. Fuck, it's so...
Yeah.
Oh, it's so tedious and all. I can't do recording, man. It's bad.
Yeah.
But
I'm like you, man. I would just want to get in there and knock out my parts. And
I mean, I've seen some people that just get in there and they have like, like the piano, and they just know the equipment, and they know they can just go in there and be like, all right, I'm gonna use this chord, this chord, this chord, see what happens, and make some good ass music.
So then what happened? So we were practicing for weeks after that, just trying to get ready for the studio, and then we had a day booked, and Mike smashes his finger, so that set us back. And then from there, everybody kind of they just lost it, you know what I'm saying?
Lost motivation.
Especially Mike, and now he's got a whole family and shit too, which I get it, dude, like,
yeah,
I get it was getting old, but like last practice we had, we kind of bumped heads a little bit, me and Mike. I don't know if you noticed.
Oh yeah, it was pretty obvious, man. Like I know
he was being like very passive aggressive and shit, but I mean, then I sent a message the next day to the group chat about how I felt about everything, and then he up and quit right after that.
So you sent the message and then he said, like, he was like, I quit?
Basically what I said is, well, I wanted to fucking record, and like I told him how I write my music. I don't just like string generic riffs together on a whim. That might have upset him, but
yeah, I think he took that pretty personally.
But then he's like, yeah, I guess our guitar writing styles don't mesh well, and so he left, and then Tim left right after that. I knew that was coming.
Well, I'm surprised he hadn't left before. I think the only reason Tim hadn't left is there was still possibility of maybe us doing shows and recording.
Yeah, recording. But like that practice, dude, I kind of lost it on Tim a little bit, but because I was like, I was talking about how I didn't want to write songs like that. And I was like, how about a song like Nipple City? That's the shit I'm trying to write, because, riffs like that aren't very, popular.
They're not overused or anything.
Yeah, they're not.
And he was like, that's my least favorite song to play. So I was like, well, fuck you, Tim. Because that's the shit I'm trying to play.
Well, man, like, no offense to Tim, but...
All offense to Tim.
Like,
he's sloppy. Sorry.
No, you're not. I'm not either. But the thing about it is, man, is he just thought coming in the project was gonna like, it was gonna, you know, get him like attention. You know what I mean? Like, he was like, oh, I'm gonna be able to do shows. I'm gonna be able to do this. Like, I'm not trying to be a dick, but like, what did Tim really like bring to the table? Really, like, he didn't like write
a whole lot.
He didn't really write any music. Like, and if he did write music, he never like brought it into the band to show us. Like,
yeah,
it's not like he ever like brought in like cool little bass lines and was like, hey man, you know,
think we could do something with this.
Yeah. Like, he never did anything like that. He's just like, oh, well, when are we going to play shows? Oh, well, when are we going to record? I was like, dude, you know? And I already told you, like, I told you from the get-go, like, I was like, I'll get us shows in Chicago, but I'm not going to do that until we have physical things we've recorded. Because I don't want to, like, waste our time, because most of the places out there, they're not going to book you if you don't at least have, like, some type of recording. Like, they're not just...
Yeah, for sure. They want to know what they're getting into.
They want to hear what you sound like before they book you.
And so that was my thing, is like, I want, you know, at least 3 songs. Like, 3 songs is enough. Like, that's enough to be like, hey, this is what we sound
demo.
like. Yeah, and that was always my thing, man. And I don't know. I think a big part of it is just too much happened between everybody this year, and it left too many riffs.
We literally have nothing to show for all this effort that we've put in to this band. I mean, I've opened up for some of my favorite bands. That's it. A couple of good bands, Mushroom Head.
Yeah. Wednesday 13.
But that was awesome. Think of the flip side of this, man. Like, how many people have actually gotten to open up for some of their favorite bands?
I know.
Like, doing this.
I cherish those moments for sure.
You got some good memories.
Yeah,
those are some fun shows too.
My thing is just like, you know, like, doing this, like, it was always my dream to be on a stage where I knew that other, like, way better musicians, like, and granted, it was just the Emerson, but still, like, that same year that we played the Emerson with Wednesday, I fucking saw Black Dahlia Murder like play the same stage that I played. Yeah, that's pretty fucking cool, man. Like,
yeah, I think about that too when I'm out on the stage. Like, how many fucking bands that I love have been on this stage rocking the fuck out.
Well, and it's like we fucking opened for Mushroom Head, man. That's an accomplishment.
That is an accomplishment. We busted our asses to get on that show.
We sold fucking 50 tickets for that show, man.
Yeah, okay, so, alright.
All things considered, dude, we had a pretty fucking solid run.
We did have a good run, but I want the finished product of the shit we're working towards. But
so are you guys thinking about getting different members? Or are you guys
I was gonna talk about that. I
mean, because was it just you two right now?
Josh is a part of it.
Josh, yeah.
I mean,
is he gonna be able to, like,
I think if we found
stick with it, like, show up for...
I think if we found other people and, like, actually had, like, a project, Josh would probably show up.
All right. Yeah.
So we had him... He's supposed to be on the podcast today.
Yeah, he's supposed to be here, Dick.
Fucking
dickhead.
Josh.
You're a dickhead, Josh. I'm calling you out.
That's the second, because he was also supposed to be on one. This is episode
one of the previous episodes with Mike. Yeah, so, yeah, Mike was a part of the podcast.
We just put him on the damn Gmail account, too. Yeah. Like, the day before that happened.
So after Mike left the band, he did want to still be a part of the podcast, but I didn't want to keep doing it with him, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't know how you feel about it, but
like I said, I didn't have a problem with him, but I don't want that to, like, transfer over to the podcast.
I'm not mad at the guy, really. I'm not, but you're gonna quit my band and then try and glom onto the podcast still. Yeah, it's a little weird. But moving on from there, Josh and I, the drummer of Violencide. Josh is not me. But we went to this Bury Your Dead show at the Citadel, and A Taste of War was opening. Our good buddies in A Taste of War. And we sat and talked with them like fucking like hours after the show, and everything, like, we were chilling with them. And basically they were saying, like, they were talking about how Bone does his recordings and shit, and he said, like, if me, you, and Josh were to just go in there and do our thing, and record what we got, he said he could like throw in bass lines and shit like that, and give us suggestions and like help build our songs. He said even if it was like a riff or two, he would help build that into a song right then and there. You know what I'm saying? So
that would be cool.
That could be.
What do you think about that?
You know, even if we don't do shows, like I still like I just feel like we have unfinished business. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and like I announced it on Facebook that the band was dead.
Yeah, I saw that.
But like I was telling Josh, if we were to ever come back like publicly on Facebook, we have to have something solid, you know, something recorded.
Because we have Beetlejuice,
or else I'm not coming back. You know, like,
right? Yeah,
I'm willing to work on it.
So
you know, in the shadows, so to speak. God
damn it.
God damn it.
Are you gonna have like written out lyrics and like recorded?
I already
stuff
have everything.
We could do our songs, not Mike's songs. I'm fine with not doing those.
Yeah.
Or Nipple City is 90% my song.
Yeah, Nipple City, Sylvia, and fucking Valhalla, man. I would be
Valhalla.
I would love to. Like, Valhalla was always the one.
Baby Maker.
Valhalla is probably your most popular one.
Baby Maker. Should we pause again?
He's got it. This is band talk anyway.
This is sorry, we're trying our best with what we have, people.
You can mute me so it's not coming in.
It will still pick it up regardless. But I will do that. So, I mean, yeah, we can, me, you, and Josh just go into a studio. They should still have our $75 down payment at Threshold.
Right.
I'm down to go through Bone. I hear a lot of good things. Are you down for that, though?
Man, it's like, on the one hand, I was just like, I felt like it was like a nail in the coffin, but at the other, like I said, I fucking want to record those songs still, man. Like,
Bone will. They were telling me, man, he'll make us sound legit, even if it's just me, you, and Josh.
Is that the guy where you got the last recordings from?
No, that's Scooby.
That's Scooby, yeah.
It's not a bad idea, really.
No, it's not, man.
I mean, me and Josh basically have to do most of the recording, then you come in at the end and lay down the vocals.
Yeah, man, and like, I would love for like, cause people have always asked me for demos and shit, man. I would love to be like, you know what, man?
Here's
I used
songs.
I used to do this. Like, this is what we sounded like. We were fucking good, man.
Yeah.
It's not perfect, but it might do.
But yeah, all right. So we can move on. Different topic, but that's basically where we stand right now. Did we lay it out good enough?
I think so.
I think
The background story of this podcast, I guess.
I think the framework for kind of everything that happened is like pretty well laid out now. So for anybody that has any questions about what happened to Violencide, they're pretty much are answered.
Yeah, and it sucks. Like, we started getting fucking new likes and fucking shows coming in, you know, right after I announced it.
Yeah.
Like, all kinds of new likes.
And I kind of figured
it's like, you guys are a little fucking
happen.
late, dude.
Yeah, I kind of figured that was going to happen. I was like, man, fuck. I really wanted to fucking do that, to fucking open on that show that Carlos was talking about, man.
He hit me up too. He was like, "Is it really done or what?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah, man, we're dead right now. I don't know about the future, but here's to, like, you know, being hopeful about it. That's why I wanted Josh here, so we can all talk about it. But
try to figure out something.
And once again, you're a dick, Josh.
Damn it, Josh.
You're not as bad as Tim, though.
Messing up the feng shui of the shit. Trying to do. I think it's good. I think it's good as long as it.
Keith is having the worst mic problems right now. That's probably all the extra noise you guys have been hearing.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Blame it
Episode
on
1. So
blame it on the Keith.
Give us a chance to get going, get used to everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like fastening your mic to the table.
Yeah.
So,
we also
moving on.
I also kind of want to get feedback on like what everybody wants from the. I mean, I know what we want from the podcast, but I mean, I want to know what like the listeners want, so we're not just wasting our time. So like, I want to try to get one of those little, like you were talking about, those little pocket recorders, so that if we're at like a show, we could probably get like a little interview or something that we could put in.
I was listening to Kyle Kinane's podcast. Did you know he had one?
I did not know he had one.
It's called The Boogie Monster.
Oh man, that's a good name.
With Kyle Kinane and Dave Stone, and their first episode was really rough, dude.
Yeah, they usually. Have you seen like Joe Rogan's first podcast? They're just like in his bedroom or some shit with like a computer desk and a couple chairs.
And they're using a Zoom.
Like squished.
That's what reminded me of it.
They're squished in together,
Did you
just
say
kind of.
Zoom?
Yeah, like a Zoom recorder.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the fucking...
a Zune?
The Zune, yeah.
I remember those fucking things.
I had one of those, and I was the only one. Everybody was getting iPods, and I was like, I'll get a Zune.
Actually,
I liked the Zune.
I think the Zune was better, man.
I liked it.
I just...
It had the apps. That's how I got introduced into podcasts, is because, you'd go on there and have, like... stories. They had like one that I listened to was Alive, a zombie story or something like that, where it was like a bunch of voice actors came together to make a zombie story, and it was pretty cool. Like they had like distance mics, so like if somebody was across the room, they'd be like, Jill, come over here. Like you'd hear like when they break a window out, you'd hear like a broken window. It was pretty cool. I liked it. I would listen to that all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they have those little games and shit on there.
I never had a Zune.
Yeah, dude. Zune is where it was at.
It's just that's one of those things. It's just like, it's like sometimes unpopular technology, even though it's way more advanced than what's out. Just because it's not the popular brand, it dies off. Like well, look at fucking Sega Dreamcast, dude. They're like Sega Dreamcast.
Man, I got a Gamecast.
I can't afford that shit.
No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
But like it was way ahead of its time. It had like PlayStation 2 graphics and like badass games.
I think that was the first console that could go on the internet too, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong about that, but
you might be right though.
I think that's what it was. What was that? You need an update.
But
don't worry about that.
But like it just wasn't popular because Sony and Nintendo they were the powerhouses before Xbox came along, and so Dreamcast sales died off really quickly, and it's basically kind of what destroyed Sega really, like before Sega like.
Well, what like Sonic was really the carrier after a while, and then like you get a Sonic game after what Sonic 3D, everything was kind of like that kind of killed it.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
They just had a lot of like Sega had a lot of things like that. Like so they actually introduced the first CD system. It was like the Sega Saturn, and it wasn't popular.
I remember I had a friend that had a Dreamcast. That shit was you remember when
you
you were a kid, you were like,
I
don't think graphics could get any better. And then like here comes the fucking PlayStation 2, and you're like, I don't think they can get it.
Was fucking
dude, that was the best concept.
Huge.
So many
it was
fucking
so
games. So many games.
Back in the day.
Like when, I don't know, at least for me, when I look back on like good games growing up, it would be like N64, PlayStation 2.
I played a shitload of N64.
Yeah. Yeah, N64 you had like Mario Kart, motherfucking.
I got my games back from
Goldeneye.
Boomer.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I made sure to get those back.
definitely.
I mean, it has the staple shooter of all time game. The 64 does. A fucking GoldenEye, man. Like,
Yeah, dude.
I
And
know, I had that fucking game.
I think that was back when like an N64 came out. It was amazing that it had 4 controllers. You were like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah,
4 people. You could play.
It's a fucking party system, bro.
Right? Did you ever play like Pokemon Coliseum or Pokemon
Stadium?
Like, yeah, Pokemon Stadium, where they had like the little mini challenges that you had to do.
I remember the Pikachu take a picture one.
Yeah,
I remember that one
Pokemon.
too.
Yeah. Do you remember you
I-
could take it to Blockbuster and the printer and print off your?
I remember
your
playing it
pictures?
at Blockbuster.
Yeah, dude. Do you remember when McDonald's had an N64 by like the either the registers or the playground if they had
I think
one?
I've seen one,
They had like N64s. They had, I think at one point for a little bit they had GameCube for a while when that was out. GameCube was the shit.
I know, I want one.
I have one.
Can I have it?
No. I'm trying to get some good games. I want to get Harvest Moon.
I have Double Dash. I got that back from Mike.
I want to get freaking Animal Crossing again. I used to have that. Fucking Star Fox was
Star
fun.
Fox.
Star Fox is a
That
fun
one
game.
is fun.
Yeah.
Where you're walking around, you got the little dinosaur.
Right. Dude, I love, and he changed colors. I
Tricky.
love-
His name was Tricky.
fucking love that dinosaur.
Oh, man. So,
Fucking nostalgia part of the fucking podcast.
hey, are you guys living your best lives? There's a question for you.
Probably not.
Yeah, I would say I'm not either. I'm too lazy to be living my best life. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'm trying to be, man. Like, I'm trying to, like, fucking.
I'm
You
living
work third
I'm living
shift,
a pretty
though.
good life. I'm not complaining.
Yeah.
I'm doing
I'm complaining
all right.
a little bit. Just a little bit.
I mean, like, I get up before work, go to the gym, like, and then
See,
on
I
my
don't
days
know how
off.
you do that. Because, see, my day starts off, you wake up and get ready for work. Like,
He doesn't smoke weed as much. That's how.
I couldn't imagine, like, I'm going to get up, go somewhere, then come back and, like, shower and, like, get ready for work and then go to work and then come home after work and, like, and then do shit after that, too? That just seems like a lot.
Oh, I don't do anything after work. Like, I basically, like, I watch TV for,
Video
like, an hour,
games?
and then I fucking
Yeah,
fall
dude,
asleep.
like, when I come home from work, I'm done, dude. I just want to sit there and either watch
You know what?
TV, YouTube, or play video games or something. I don't want to do shit.
When
I
Keith
barely
gets
even
home,
cook.
he does this.
Hold my wiener out. Hold my wiener. You been watching me?
God damn it. I
Uh-oh.
fucked up my headphones. There we go.
Yeah. I
there
heard
it is.
that
It came
too.
back. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I am trying to, like, really push myself to do more art shit too. Like, that's why I started, like, taking commissions from people. Like, I'm like,
Yeah.
That's
really
why you
trying-
started drawing two fetuses fighting each other.
You're goddamn right, I did.
That's one of the reasons I wanted to start this podcast, is to actually be doing something. Like, because I don't know a lot of people that... I was an outside kid when I grew up. I don't know many people that want to go outside that much anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, I know a few. Like, if you like
Well, like hiking
mushroom
and
hunting,
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like hiking, like bushcraft stuff.
What
like
the fuck is bushcraft?
go out and like build like a shelter out of like dead wood, or take like a saw. You know, you just make like a little
Man, I
camping
should,
shelter. Go cook and camp and
Keith is a
hike
fucking
and
mountain
swim.
man.
Damn it! This fucking microphone, I swear.
Dude,
I swear for Bob.
I'm gonna pause it. And we're back again.
Motherfucking technical difficulties.
So what's up? What we were talking about? I don't fucking know.
We were talking about.
Oh, yeah. We're moving on to a new subject, right?
Mm-hmm. Sure are. We're gonna segue right into a new subject. Are you tired of cooking? Trying to come up with your own recipes? This podcast is sponsored by some food place.
Some food place.
Blue Apron.
Blue Apron. Sponsor us. Give us some food.
Right.
So here's a good question. When was the first time you got drunk?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah?
I remember.
You like that?
I remember the first time I got drunk. It was New Year's Eve. How old was I?
Perfect. New Year's Eve. Perfect time. That's good.
I was probably like 5th or 6th grade. Mom, we were just walking in the store. We offhandedly was like, "Hey, Mom, you should buy us like some alcohol for." And she was like, "I'll get you some Boone's Farm." And we were like, "Okay."
What the fuck is that?
Boone's Farm is like fucking candy wine. It's like wino, cheap.
Oh, okay.
Like you get at the gas station. It's like Kool-Aid with a little bit of alcohol in it.
Like wine coolers, basically. Like
it's like a little bit stronger than a wine cooler. Like we got drunk because I don't think she expected us to drink the whole bottle. But
how old were you? Do you remember? Or do you not?
It was
want
like
to
5th or
disclose?
6th grade, so it was like what, 12 maybe, 11 or 12, somewhere around there.
Cool.
I remember we were younger than that, and we got a sip of beer.
Yeah.
Like, we did the whole like, "You did good, kid. You get a sip of beer."
Good. That's funny.
Don't tell your mom. Okay.
And you never did.
Oh no, we told.
Until now.
Oh, we told. We were
This
like,
is a tell-all.
that was disgusting.
we come from a family of addicts and drunks and
Yeah,
all that,
me
so
too,
it's
I
not
guess.
like
So, all right. So
smoking at 13.
what'd you do while you were drunk?
I think we just like walked around outside. We went over to Corey's house, our friend Corey's house, and we were hanging out. And then he was like, "You're not drunk." And like we were like, "Okay." Like,
Corey.
yeah.
Corey, the one that I know.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. We hung out. We've known him for forever. Even before we knew each other, he lived across the street from my great grandma.
Man, one of the first times I got drunk, man. I think it was the first time. It was like, all right, my cousin Charles was like such a bad influence on us, you know. He was, and even today he's in prison and shit. But like one time it was me, my brother, Charles, my brother Tyler, and my brother Frankie.
Oh yeah, I met Frankie at the wedding, didn't I?
Yeah.
Frankie's cool.
He is cool. He's
Frankie
super
and TT.
Yeah. And we all fucking went walking down to like the Toys R Us. Well,
So is this in California?
Yeah, this is definitely in California. It's probably in middle school or somewhere in middle school. And like I forget exactly how we got it. Charles probably got it somewhere. Got a bum to buy it for him or something. But it was peppermint schnapps.
Yeah, dude.
Because basically that's the alcohol we knew, you know, because of Little Nicky. You know.
Oh yeah.
Dude's
yeah,
always
yeah.
drinking the peppermint schnapps.
I know it because I worked with a dude that's what he would bring. He'd be like, "I need my nipper," and it'd be peppermint schnapps, and then like he'd give it to us in the back of the work truck. We're like working there, summertime job and shit, like 14, and he's like, "There you go." I was like sitting there. Then we get to the job and we're like, "Oh," like throwing up and shit. Too drunk to work.
Yeah. So yeah, man. I mean, that shit is pretty tasty, man.
It's
Even
good.
as a kid, I was like, "That's not
Yeah.
bad, peppermint tea."
Right? Fucking 100 proof.
Trying to make myself sound like a badass. That's not bad.
Oh yeah,
No.
goes down smooth.
So anyway, so we like shared that bottle or whatever, and we went on a walk down, and ended up going into Toys R Us, and we just walked to the back, you know, where all the bikes are, and we just started riding the bikes all around.
We used to do that at Kmart. Get kicked out.
Riding them out. Yeah, dude. They did kick us out too, and it was funny because on the way out, we were all running and shit. We were like, "Fuck you!" Like, you ain't calling our moms. So we're running out, and fucking my brother Tyler just on his way out, he just reaches out and grabs like a handful of Mentos and shit, like just for the fuck of it.
Oh, that's funny, dude. We used to go into Kmart like walk in with old skateboards, walk out with new skateboards. And then one time
they didn't have very good skateboards there, though, did they?
No.
Nah, like the kind with the wheels that don't spin, really.
Yeah, they got like the cheapo, just like a piece of
I guess
plywood,
if you put
basically with
bearings in it, it'll probably be better.
You could switch out the bearings. It's usually what we did, was switch out bearings or grease them up or just put on new trucks and wheels and then do that. And one day they went, and I was like, "Fuck that! I'm not going," because you guys are getting too cocky about it. Like, I usually was lookout because I don't like, man, I don't want to steal, but
I know.
I don't want to steal, but I mean, I'll be you guys' lookout. So if somebody's coming, I'm like, you know, whatever the signal was.
Yeah.
But
Sound like a dying giraffe.
yeah, right. Right, or like just to like, or just like try to block them, be like, oh, I lost my mom, can you help? Or like, oh, I shit my pants, can you help out? Or like, but yeah, they went, and I guess they were stealing like Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh cards or some kind of like playing cards, and they got busted.
Dude.
And I was at home eating, and then like we got the call, and my grandpa was like, Chris got caught stealing some kind of cards or something. And I was just like,
I seen Chris recently, dude. I seen him a couple days ago. Did he tell you?
No, I haven't really talked to him that much. You know,
Yeah, I seen him at my work. He was there stocking
they're
some Pepsi.
Always, oh yeah, he
Well,
came
I
up to
guess
my store too a little while back.
He goes all the way out there?
Yeah, dude, he goes fucking far out. They send him all over the place.
bro. Wow. So anyways, Drew, your turn. First time getting drunk.
Oh, I remember. My story is, it's not cool.
After
not
yours,
cool.
I do have a funny getting drunk at like school story.
Oh,
like,
I did
before
that
school.
before.
Yeah, so
See, I was actually one of those like straight edge hardcore kids. Like when I was
you
in
had
high
the
school, like-
X, the X on your hand.
No, I didn't mark myself. I wasn't tattooed, but I was like pretty much like straight edge. Like I didn't fucking drink or smoke or nothing like that. I went to like the fucking right. Well, how I got drunk the first time was a fucking total loser move. I was like by myself. It was like I lived with my grandparents at the time. I was in high school and I was on winter break, and I was like working at McDonald's and I fucking hated it. And I didn't want to go to work the next day, and I knew my grandparents had this fucking liquor cabinet in the basement, and I had never drank before. Like, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I want to know what this is like. I didn't know how much I was supposed to drink to get drunk. So like I was just drinking like out of all these different bottles. There was like fucking rum. There was Southern Comfort. There was fucking,
you raided your grandma's fucking liquor cabinet?
Dude, there was fucking SoCo in there. There was like fucking spiced rum. There was like triple sec. There was like vodka. There
So
was like every like
you're
kind
mixing
of,
them all up?
Oh yeah, I just hammered them down.
Oh my god!
And then about half an hour later, like the whole world started spinning. Like, it was like a fucking tornado. I was like, oh god, why did I do this?
Oh, I remember
fucking
those times.
Woke
dude.
up in my own piss and vomit.
Why
like,
do people like this?
and then I had to work the next day for like 12 hours, and I
You
was
had a job
drunk
in high
the
school?
whole day. Yeah, I worked my whole senior year. That was the deal.
Yeah, dude.
What are you doing?
I was working at McDonald's.
Nice. Getting them McDubs.
Yeah.
I dropped out of 8th grade, sir. I was working summer jobs before that with Corey's family doing tree work and shit. Or like even before then,
I didn't get an actual
Stepdad.
job till I moved out here.
stepdad would like make us go with him picking up rocks before he did like grass cuts or whatever.
Yeah, the deal was when I got kicked
Buzz
out of my
cuts.
parents' house when I was 17. So when I went to live with my grandparents, the deal was I had to have a job while I lived there, even though I was like still a senior in high school. But I did it.
Yeah.
So
Well, don't they have that program? I never went to high school, but don't they have that program where like you get like half days and then you work in the afternoon or something like that?
they didn't have that when I was in high school, but I mean honestly, half the time, like the last like couple months of my senior year, I just didn't show up to class like the first couple sections, like my first 3 classes. I just wouldn't come to. I would like show up. I never got in trouble. I never got detention for it. And my friend, one of my friends had missed like one class one day, and he got detention. He's like, "How the fuck do you come into school like 2 hours late every fucking day and you never get in trouble?" I was like, I don't know. Dude, I don't have an answer. I don't know.
Have you ever been on like truancy? You ever been to truancy court or anything like that?
Truancy court.
Dude, that shit's no good.
Sounds like a shitty daytime TV show.
I almost...
In 7th grade, I never went to school. I don't think I went to school any Friday of the year.
You said fuck Fridays?
We just fucking
fuck off
3-day
Fridays.
weekend the whole year. We ended up getting
Fridays.
put on truancy. Like, had to sign in and out of school every day. I had to go to court and do all this shit. Like, the cops pulled up on us one day and was just like, whoop.
I think that happened to me too, man.
Like, you had to go in the office in the morning and sign in, like, clock in, clock out, and shit like that.
No, it wasn't that deep for me, but that's funny.
I didn't get truancy, but I did almost have to repeat the 5th grade because I missed 22 days of school. I just didn't show up.
Grade?
Did you never fail? Did you never fail?
No.
No?
I got straight A's, I think, that year.
Dude, I think I failed, like, 4th grade, but that was because the teachers... For some reason, I've always had, like, a bad reputation for, like, getting in trouble and shit, even though I'm not doing shit to get in trouble. Dude, I just look like a troublemaker.
I swear, man, people would profile me, too, like that, dude. It's fucking bullshit.
He's a drug dealer.
That's why I've been driving since before I was legally allowed, because anytime I walk down the street, I'd get pulled over and be like, hey, somebody just got robbed. He matched the description. Like, of course. Like, what? A 13-year-old? Yup. Okay. Let me see your license or your ID. Like, I'm 13. I don't have an ID. Officer.
Oh, man.
But, yeah, one time we got drunk. Well, the one time we got in trouble for it. We got drunk before we went to school. we had what was it, like Beams 8-star or some like fucking cheap ass
some shit I've never ever heard of.
Like $10 a gallon whiskey.
Oh
shit,
dude, the bottom shelf.
Yeah. Like, so we were drinking that. We took a bunch of shots before school, and we walked to school, you know. So, and we were just like right down the street here at this little middle school on Troy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we would walk to school, and we stopped. We ended up breaking into one of our friends' house.
Whoa.
Yeah, so we had like our little group, and we were like, hey,
he's doing B&Es over here.
We were like, this dude lives around here, and one of our friends was like, yeah, I can get into his house. We can just go and like raid the fridge and fuck around or whatever. I don't know why but we were like, fucking yeah, dude, sounds great. We were like smoking a joint under the highway underpass. And we walked over there and we broke into his house. Fucking, we opened the door and then you go upstairs. So you walk upstairs and then we go to the fridge. The only reason we got caught is because Corey left his fucking bag of Doritos on top of the fucking refrigerator.
God damn it, Corey.
But they had like Fireball and like Grey Goose in the freezer. So we drunk that real quick.
You drunk that?
My friend Steven was opening up the drawers. And the weird thing is he had, I think, like 2 siblings, but there was only 2 beds. So that meant probably the 2 siblings slept in the bed, and then one of the kids and the mom slept in the bed together. But when he was going through the drawers, pulled out this, I still remember it was like a green sock, and all of a sudden it started vibrating, and he's like, my buddy Steven's like swinging it around, and he's like, look what I found, and it's just like, and like throws it up against the wall, and it puts a big hole in the wall.
Oh fuck. That'd be funny if it fucking like fell inside the wall and it was just stuck vibrating in there. Like fuck, we gotta get out of here.
I don't remember much of the walk to school after that, but I remember the dude and his mom was there at the school, and they were like yelling at us, and then that's cutting out.
That's cool.
And then we talked our way out of that, but then I ended up going to robotics class.
You want to play footsie?
Not really.
I'm just kidding. Sorry.
Don't
Keith.
make it weird.
Don't make it weird.
I ended up going into intro into robotics, but we were playing with Legos, and the robotics teacher kept on calling them robots, and I was like, "You mean Legos?" And he was like, "No, they're Legos until you put them together and make the robot, and then it's a robot." And I was like, "Made out of Legos, so we're playing with Legos. It's a Lego class." And it was kind of started chopping up.
Had
I was just being a dick, and
Wait.
then.
What grade are you in?
This is 6th grade.
And you're playing with Legos?
Yeah,
Did you take the short bus to school?
No. This is supposed to be an AP class. This
does
is like
that
an
stand
AP
for?
advanced placement.
Oh.
So it was like an AP science class. It was intro into robotics.
Oh.
Because we were a magnet school, and it was a science magnet. I like science, bro.
Sorry, Keith.
But that dude
I
was a
almost
dick.
called you an R word.
A TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok.
I'm not a TikTok. Shorten up the story. I ended up throwing a chair at the robotics teacher.
Damn.
And that's
that
how,
escalated quickly.
Yeah, and that's how we got in trouble for being. Plus, we were throwing each other into lockers, and we tinted some lockers up.
One time I got drunk at school. I had a water bottle full of vodka. I don't know how I didn't get caught. I must have smelled.
You had it at school?
Yeah, drinking it at school.
I mean, I did that when I was in college, but I didn't do it when I was in school.
I remember being in
At least
like
we drank it on the way to school.
oh man, I remember being in like the gym on the bleachers and shit. Unscrew my bottle, all sly, like. Yeah,
But
I'm getting
if
drunk.
you were saying it was water, you shouldn't have been all sleeky. You should have been just like.
Yeah, but it's vodka, man. I can't.
Yeah.
I couldn't drink like that when I was in.
Just say it's mouthwash.
10th grade.
Just say it was mouthwash. But like, yeah, bro, my breath is super fresh.
My breath is kicking.
Like, I'm sorry you want to walk around with stink ass breath.
I was such a dumb kid, man.
Troublemakers, apparently, because anytime I tell a story, everybody's like, it's fucked up.
We've had similar childhoods, which is weird, man, because we lived across the country from one another.
Midwest guy, and you're from Cali and shit.
SoCal represents
SoCal.
Fontana, California, in the IE, the Inland Empire. What's up, Drew? You ain't said anything in a minute.
Yeah,
I mean, I've
man.
just been
You're
listening.
supposed to be the guest. You're supposed to be talking, and we're supposed to be
I'm just rambling.
Yeah, I was just letting you ramble, man.
I'm a rambling man. It's the name of our new album.
rambling spam.
Whoa, Black Betty. Spam. Can of spam, yeah. That was,
Whoa, Black Betty,
man,
that's a can
beat
of
me
spam.
to it, dude. How do you fucking do that? My brain is so slow.
I've been
I
doing
wish
it since
that,
I
like-
was like,
I wish I didn't hit my head so much, you know?
bro, I've
I
hit my
probably
head
would've
so
been-
much.
I probably would have been way smarter by now.
Yeah.
I've had so many concussions from fucking kickboxing and shit, man. I know exactly what you mean.
We grew up wanting to be stuntmen, so we were like
Right?
ramping our bikes, driving mopeds too fast, like flipping off of shit, getting hit in the head. I got
Breaking
hit by
boards with my head.
cars. Yeah, I've been
Dude,
hit by a couple of cars. I've been electrocuted. Like I
Dude.
fucked myself up.
Yeah, I actually crashed a moped into a side of a truck once, man. Fucked the whole side of my
Yeah,
face up,
that
dude.
sounds
Like
awesome.
it shattered the glass like on the moped, and like my
Yeah.
whole this whole right side of my face was like one big scab, dude. Like I
damn.
had like pieces of the inside of my gums missed. They were
Yeah.
missing for like 4 years. Like it took like 4 years
It
for that
takes a
shit to
while
grow.
for that shit. Have you ever had like a handlebar in your any part of your body.
I've had
like,
a handlebar mustache.
I've had a handlebar in my armpit, like trying to go off like a curb. And you know how like back in the day you'd get those handlebars that like the edges would come off, so they would just slide back and forth, and you'd have that metal handle that's exposed.
Yeah,
That shit went right into my armpit.
Oh yeah. No, I know what you're saying.
Did
Yeah.
it puncture it?
Yeah, dude. I had like fucking skin folded off, and it was gross. It was gross. Fucking, I've got stuck in a tree ramp on my bike, like, because we had a tabletop and there's like a tree branch, and I was good at getting height, but I didn't get that much distance, but for some reason I hit something right, and I got the height and the distance, and I ended up like just open chesting myself on this tree branch and got hung up.
Were you out of breath for a minute? Like,
dude, it knocked the wind. I was like,
that was the worst feeling. I do not miss that feeling.
Yeah,
because I haven't had that in a long time.
yeah,
I've had that situation where you fall and
Yeah.
and I bruised my ribs too. Like,
Dude,
Struggling to breathe.
I did that so many times as a kid. I can't even. I've done it like jumping off of monkey bars. Like you try to like jump towards the middle or something,
Right.
and you swing off and you land like flat on your back, just enough to just be like.
I actually broke my arm.
I used to do all kinds of flips and shit, man. I was so
I was
much more
getting into-
active, dude.
I was getting
and
into
like
parkour
limber
for a
and all
while.
that kind of shit. But
Before I got with
I
Chelsea.
never really did the parkour. I guess I was fell out of it by that time.
Yeah. Well, me and Mark would still go around until I was probably too old to be doing it. I don't know. Probably like 19, 20 maybe. We'd like go chill down at Garfield Park and walk the creek and jump off of churches and go church sliding.
Dude, one time I was walking home from school and I had like a cup of it was like ice by that point. Like I drank whatever was in it. But I was walking by, it was me and somebody. I can't remember who it was. But like we were walking by a church and I fucking flung it overhand like at the church. Cause I was cool and I was rebellious and stuff.
Yeah.
Nah, but it fucking landed right on the windowsill, standing up, dude. Come on. It was like blam. I was like, holy shit.
Jesus is like, oh no, you don't.
Yeah, there was like a little bit of ice in it, and I hucked it, overhand, blam, right there.
There's like a burnt message.
It was amazing.
in
What
the
is
grass.
is that a sign? How do I interpret that?
Jesus is like, don't you dare fucking try to slushy my house. I'm gonna set it right here. Fuck you, dude.
He's telling you to recycle, bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking, I fell off of a church. Like, we were getting drunk and doing some church sliding.
Did you go to that church?
No. But it was this one right down here at the corner. You know, if you go up the hill with the big steeple. And
The
then,
Mexican one?
No, not the. It's the one that's like.
Damn it.
You
Sorry.
go up Villa Hill.
I'll lean forward.
You go up Villa Hill, and then there's like the school, the church
There we
school,
go.
and then there's
All
the
right.
church across the street. It's that church across the street,
All right.
and it has that metal awning. So I was drunk, and we were running around, and I fell off
A
the
lot of drunk
side,
stories today. That's awesome.
and I fell through the awning, and then hit the hill, and then fell off, and then hit the sidewalk at the end.
Woo!
Fucked myself up, man. And then we had to like just walk away like nothing happened. I don't know why we thought that was a good idea, but I still want to do it. Church sliding is fun. Although,
Damn it,
you
man.
rip up your pants.
We're recording. Take that shit elsewhere. I'm just kidding. Someone's life is in danger, and I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Go rescue somebody on your own time, not our time.
All right, that's it. I hope they die.
Had to come right by the window, too. Oh, man. That's going to happen, man. Like I said, we're a very low budget. We're doing the best we can.
This is
we like
episode
doing
1.
it. It's fun to do.
Right. And if you guys can help support us and get us going, we can get our own like studio to help, get better ideas on how to take the podcast, where to take it,
Yeah.
What do you guys want to hear? What are you guys driving home? You working out? You just chilling?
We are open to suggestions.
What kind of stuff you want to hear us talk about? You want to hear us talk about murder mysteries? Do you want to
I
hear...
want to talk about me. Want to talk about mine. Want to talk about number one on my name. What I think, what I like, what I know, what I want, what I see. I like talking about you, usually.
We might get in trouble for that.
But occasionally, I want to talk about me. I want to talk about me.
Can't be singing.
What are you talking about?
If we wouldn't, you're gonna get a copyright infringement.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you do.
We didn't play the song. I was just singing.
Even singing it.
My acapella voice.
Well, we're gonna sing it wrong.
I don't think you could get in trouble for that.
I don't know. We'll see if we get a cease and desist.
Hey, there's something that we need help on. If any of you know any of the laws.
Yeah, you can hit us
like
up.
what the type of content we can play, like video wise, or
Yeah, well, I'm more worried about what's gonna entertain them. We can deal with the getting in trouble shit. We'll just change it up whenever we need
desist.
to. Yeah, but
just get in trouble.
You can hit us up on what's the...
I don't know why I sang that song anyway. That shit was funny though. I hate country music. It's terrible.
Yeah. But if you have any
even
feedback,
the old stuff,
tell us what you want.
It's
you
all
can hit us up
stuff.
on Distorted Minds Podcast, or was it distortedmindspod@gmail.com, or you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
Twatter.
At the same thing.
Squatter.
Is it all the same thing? Distorted Minds Pod or just at whatever.
Distorted Minds Podcast.
Distorted Minds Pod at Twitter or whatever. We got to get that down so that they know where to find us.
I think if you just search our name, dude, it should pop up. No, I don't use Twitter. I don't. Distorted Minds. Type that in. Add podcast because
Distorted Minds Podcast.
Because we're the only podcast, I believe, with the name. Chicka bloom boom.
Chicka bloom bloom. But anyway, yeah, just tell us how we're doing. Let us know what you guys want to hear, so we can get this going and get better. And hopefully you guys want to hear what we have to say, and hopefully we can get some support and get better quality, better entertainment, all that.
Hey, you know what? Old A Taste of War said, dude. They said I could probably be on one of their songs, dude. Like. Because they're
dude.
in the process of recording right now. Oh, that was another thing. Like, they said we could come sit in on their session, dude.
That would be
and
fucking
just
dope,
see
man.
how it all works out.
Yeah. Hit me up when that happens, man. I would really want to do that.
And that's what they're saying. If we're sitting there, you know, like, checking it out, they're likely to just, you know, pull us up there and sing a line or something, dude. Get us in there. So you could probably be featured on it too, man. Wouldn't that be dope? I told him I want to do like some screams and shit, maybe.
Yeah, that would be fucking cool.
I got up there and I did a song with them on that at that last show. One of their songs.
You were telling me about that.
Yeah, I did "Burning Alive." So.
Oh yeah,
which is cool, because it's kind of like I opened for "Bury Your Dead" too. You know what I'm saying? In a little way, and they also did that for me for OTEP too.
Yeah, I remember you talking about
and
that.
And I love OTEP, dude.
I like that song. I like that song, "Filthy," man. That's a dope song.
Yeah, dude. Oh, dude, they made a fucking impression on me when I seen them at Ozfest, dude. You ever been to an Ozfest?
I snuck into an Ozfest, actually.
Woo! You remember what year?
It was it would have been 06.
Yeah. 06?
Yeah.
07 was like the free year. Remember that they gave out free tickets, like you could print them off and shit.
Yeah. I
ended up paying $20 for someone, anyways, because I didn't have the, printer and I don't know.
I snuck in, but we had to leave early because my friend got real sick. So, but it didn't matter because I didn't pay for anything. So
I went to Ozfest 03, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Yeah.
Dude, I'm not
5
gonna lie.
Ozfests.
I had to pee so bad, and I didn't want to get out of the line and lose my place because I was like kind of a little ways behind my friend. Well, so I literally just fucking peed right there in line. So like 100 people saw my dick that day.
That reminds me of like the first time. Was it the first year? Maybe. Me and it was my good buddies from back in like middle school. Tyler Hewald, shout out, and Steve Mariscal, shout out. We were like we were there, like we were one of the first people there at the Ozfest, you know, waiting for the gates to open, and there was a few other people. There was like a handful of people just waiting for the gates to open, and my buddy Steve, he was like, I gotta take a shit, man. So he uses the fucking porta potty right there, and he stinks it all up. It was funny. He came out, and like some random girl went into that same one. She walked back out and went into the next one. Straight up, we started dying. Yeah, don't worry about it, Keith.
I'll just point. You ain't gotta.
We should wrap up though, right?
If you want.
I mean, we're at an hour right here.
Yeah.
Unedited, so
yeah.
Probably get trimmed down a little, but
yeah.
What the fuck is that?
No,
God damn it.
Drubert.
I did nothing.
But yeah, how about this? We're going to a show tonight. What is up with that?
We're gonna go see Dan Cummins.
Stand-up comedian Dan Cummins.
Shout out to Dan
in
Cummins.
Indianapolis tonight. Headed downtown to the Helium Comedy Club, which is fucking. Isn't it just a great place to see comedy?
Cool,
it's
dude.
fucking tight.
I like it. I like it better than I liked Crackers or Jokers.
I went to, what is it, Morty's?
I've never been to Morty's.
I went to there once, and it was some no-name people, so.
Yeah. I think there's one where it's like comedy and karaoke or some shit like that. So like you got like a comedy club, and then there's like a part, it's like half comedy club, and then half's like bar karaoke
Both
shit.
show. Yeah, dude, I'm rocking my Time Suck t-shirt today.
Oh, shout
Dan
out to
Cummins.
fucking
Yeah,
Dan
that's
Cummins.
his podcast. It's called Time Suck. He does deep dives on all kinds of awesome subjects, you know, like serial killers or paranormal things and true crime, all kinds of shit.
Dude, I'd like to do something around like those.
Hail Nimrod.
I'd like to do some shit like that. I'm into
down.
that stuff.
Yeah, sure, we could do that.
Fucking, we didn't get to talk about the Area 51.
We'd have to do research. That's the big thing, though. You really got to research and prepare for the episode.
I'm already doing that anyway.
Sweet. Yeah, so headed to that show here in a few. It starts at 8. It's about 7 right now.
Oh yeah, we do gotta get going, don't we?
Yeah, we're wrapping it up. Again, distortedmindspod@gmail.com. Email us anything, whatever. Talk shit. You can send us clips or
you can find us on Facebook.
Funny stories.
Yeah, or like funny videos that you
things we could work on.
Yeah, you want us to watch and comment on maybe, or like just topics that you want us to talk about.
Send us your bath water. Used panties.
Yeah.
Is that legal?
It is in Japan.
But yeah, so I mean, this was fun.
Yeah.
I think we did a decent job today.
Yeah.
For our first episode, you know.
Good episode 1.
Sorry about we had 6 in the bank, but you know.
Yeah, we had some
things
and
happen.
then we started out and we had I had the technical
But
difficulties.
hey, there is that one episode of just us 3.
Yeah, we
episode
do have
5.
We have 2 of them, don't we?
We
Where
could
it's just us 3.
We could no. I
That
think
was
it's
5
just one.
and 6, right? It was 5 and 6.
Mike was here for 6.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's why we can't do fetus fights.
Okay. Shit.
Yeah, we can.
We'll bring it up.
We can
we'll
bring it back up,
Okay.
yeah.
So yeah, there it is.
All right.
Number 1 in the bank.
Thanks for listening. Hopefully you'll get some future support. This is Keith Holland,
Kevin Hill, and our guest,
Drew Waymire.
the amazing, fucking guttural, visceral Drew Meyer. Drew Meyer. The Drew Waymire. Drew Waymire.
Giggity, giggity. All right. So until next time, peace.
The fuck out.